Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Fluent Flow English, where learning English is always easy, natural, and fun for everyone.
Hi, friends. We are so happy to have you here with us today. If you are a beginner or an intermediate learner, please remember this is a safe space for you. There is absolutely no pressure to be perfect. Just listen, relax, and let the English flow.
Today, we are talking about a very important personal topic that affects all of us every single day. We are talking about sleep, and we will share a simple way to sleep better.
Okay, so here is our simple plan for today. We are going to listen to a natural dialogue about building better sleep habits and sharing our own daily routines.
Then we will break it down with some really useful everyday words and phrases, so you can talk about your own sleep experience with confidence.
Before we jump in, if you enjoy listening to our podcast and practicing with us, please take a quick second to subscribe and like this video. It truly helps us create more free content for you.
Now, let's talk about our sleep. Honestly, Emma, I have been feeling so completely exhausted lately. I just toss and turn all night long and wake up feeling terrible.
I completely hear you, Liam. Getting good sleep is so incredibly important for our mood and energy, but it is actually really hard to get sometimes. Let's share some simple principles that can help. The very first one is about screens.
Oh, you mean using our mobile phones, tablets, and computers right before we go to bed?
Exactly that. The bright blue light keeps our brains wide awake and confused. It is so important to put the phone away to wind down peacefully.
That makes total sense. For example, last night I watched funny videos on my phone until midnight, and then I simply could not drift off to sleep for hours.
Another perfect example is reading the stressful daily news on your tablet while lying in bed. It just makes your heart beat faster and makes you worried.
So here is a mini task for our listeners today. Tonight, try to put your phone in a completely different room 30 minutes before you plan to sleep.
You can absolutely do it. It might feel a little bit strange or lonely at first, but your brain will definitely thank you tomorrow morning.
Okay, what is the second helpful tip? I really need all the help I can possibly get right now.
The second tip is about coffee and energy drinks. We really need to cut back on caffeine in the late afternoon and evening.
That is so true for me. If I have a strong cup of coffee at 4 in the afternoon, my eyes are wide awake at midnight, and I stare at the ceiling.
Exactly. For example, you can switch to a warm, relaxing herbal tea in the afternoon instead of your usual coffee.
Or, another great example, you can just drink some fresh cold water with a slice of lemon to feel awake naturally.
Here is your mini task for this tip. Set a strict caffeine curfew for yourself. Try having absolutely no coffee or tea after 2 o'clock today.
That is a wonderful idea. Please do not worry if you really love coffee. Just enjoy your favorite cup early in the morning instead.
Tip number 3 is all about sticking to a routine. This means going to bed at the exact same time every single night.
This one is honestly very hard for me. I always stay up super late on the weekends watching movies, and then I sleep in until noon.
But our human bodies absolutely love a predictable schedule. For example, trying to go to bed at 10 at night on a Tuesday and also at 10 on a Saturday.
Another example is setting your alarm to wake up at 7 in the morning every single day, even when you do not have to go to work.
Your mini task is to pick one specific bedtime right now and try it for just 3 days in a row.
It definitely takes time to build a new habit, but you will feel so much more energetic if you keep trying.
Tip 4 is about your room environment. You should try to keep your bedroom very cool and very dark.
Yes, I totally agree. I cannot sleep at all if the room is too hot. I become a very light sleeper and wake up sweating.
Me too. For example, you can buy some thick, dark curtains to block the bright streetlights shining from outside.
Or another simple example, you can leave a small window open slightly to let the fresh, cool evening air inside your room.
Your mini task tonight is to look around your bedroom and cover up any tiny little glowing lights from your television or chargers.
Small changes make a massive difference. You are doing great. Just try to change one small thing at a time without feeling overwhelmed.
Tip number 5. This is a massive game changer for my own sleep. Do a simple brain dump before you get into bed.
A brain dump? That sounds interesting, but what exactly does that mean?
It means writing down all of your racing thoughts, plans, and worries on a real piece of paper to clear your mind completely.
Oh, I really love that concept. For example, writing down your entire to-do list for tomorrow so you do not have to stress about forgetting something important.
Another example is writing down a frustrating conversation that made you feel upset today, just to get those negative feelings out of your head.
Mini task for you. Keep a small notebook and a pen next to your bed and write 3 random things down tonight before turning off the lamp.
It is totally okay to feel stressed after a long day, but leaving those heavy thoughts on the paper really helps your body rest.
Tip number 6 is actually for the morning time. Get bright, natural light as soon as you possibly can after waking up.
Yes, the beautiful morning sunlight tells your sleepy body that a new day has started, which actually helps you sleep much better later that night.
For example, drinking your morning coffee outside on the balcony while looking at the bright blue sky.
Or another super easy example, opening all the heavy curtains as soon as your feet touch the bedroom floor.
Your mini task is simple. Tomorrow morning, step outside and look directly at the beautiful sky for just 5 short minutes.
It is such a peaceful and calm way to start the day. I promise you'll love how it makes you feel.
And the final principle, tip 7. Avoid eating a very heavy meal right before you try to go to sleep.
That is a very good point to remember. If your stomach is working super hard to process food, your brain simply cannot rest deeply.
For example, eating a gigantic greasy pizza with extra cheese at 9 at night is probably a very bad idea for your sleep.
Another common example, if you are feeling a little hungry before bed, just have a small, healthy snack, like a banana, instead of a huge sandwich.
Your mini task is to try to finish eating your dinner at least 2 full hours before you plan to close your eyes.
Please be gentle with yourself. If you slip up and eat late, do not be angry. Just try again the next day.
Now let's break down some of those useful phrases we just used. These are fantastic for your daily English conversations.
Phrase number 1 is to wind down. This simply means to gradually relax after doing something busy or tiring.
For example, I really like to read a quiet book to wind down after a long day at the office.
Another example, listening to soft, slow music always helps my mind wind down before I go to bed.
A very common variation you can use is to calm down, but wind down is perfect when talking about your quiet evening routine.
Phrase number 2 is toss and turn. This means moving around constantly in your bed because you simply cannot fall asleep.
For example, I tossed and turned all night long because my heavy blankets were way too hot.
Another clear example, if you drink too much black coffee late at night, you will probably toss and turn for hours.
A simple variation is saying, I could not sleep well, but toss and turn is much more visual and native sounding.
Phrase number 3 is wide awake. This means you are completely awake, full of energy, and not sleepy at all.
For example, the loud construction noise outside made me suddenly wide awake at 5 in the morning.
Another good example, I was totally wide awake at 3 in the morning and could not go back to sleep no matter what I did.
A very simple variation you can use is fully awake.
Phrase number 4 is cut back on. This means to reduce the total amount of something you eat, drink, or do.
For example, I really need to cut back on eating sweet sugar to feel healthier and have better energy.
Another everyday example, the doctor told my grandfather to cut back on eating salty fast food.
You can definitely also say reduce, but cut back on is a very natural phrase in casual spoken English.
Phrase number 5 is stick to a routine. This means to keep doing the exact same schedule without changing it all the time.
For example, it is incredibly hard to stick to a routine when you are traveling on a fun holiday.
Another great example. If you stick to a routine, your busy mornings will become so much easier and less stressful.
A perfectly good variation is follow a regular schedule.
Phrase number 6 is sleep in. This means to intentionally sleep much longer than usual in the morning.
For example, on lazy Sunday mornings, I absolutely love to sleep in until 10 o'clock.
Another common example. Please do not sleep in too late or you will completely miss the beautiful morning sunshine.
A variation is sleep late, but sleep in implies that it is a choice and it feels very relaxing.
Phrase number 7 is light sleeper. This describes a person who wakes up very easily from tiny, quiet noises.
For example, my small dog barks outside and I instantly wake up because I am such a light sleeper.
Another practical example. If you are a light sleeper, you should probably try wearing soft earplugs at night.
A very basic variation is simply saying, I wake up very easily.
Phrase number 9 is drift off. This is a gentle way to say that you slowly and peacefully fall asleep.
For example, I was watching a boring movie on television and slowly started to drift off on the comfortable sofa.
Another nice example. Listening to the sound of heavy rain hitting the window helps me drift off very quickly.
A common variation is simply fall asleep, but drift off sounds much more peaceful and natural.
Phrase number 10 is catch up on sleep. This means to sleep extra hours to fix a lack of sleep from the days before.
For example, I am so completely exhausted for my heavy work week. I really need to catch up on sleep this coming weekend.
Another important example, you cannot always catch up on sleep perfectly, so getting daily rest is definitely better.
A very simple variation is just get some extra sleep.
Phrase number 11 is heavy meal. This is a large, rich amount of food that makes your stomach feel extremely full.
For example, we had a very heavy meal for dinner at the restaurant, and now I just want to sit down and do nothing.
Another helpful example, avoid eating a heavy meal if you want to go jogging in the park right after.
A simple variation is a very large dinner.
Phrase number 12 is natural light. This specifically means beautiful light coming directly from the sun, not from artificial lamps.
For example, my new living room has huge glass windows and gets lots of wonderful natural light.
Another great example, indoor houseplants really need plenty of natural light to grow strong and healthy.
You can certainly just say sunlight, but natural light is very common in daily conversation.
Quick recap, we just learned some amazing and natural phrases together. Now, let's try a brand new dialogue that reuses these phrases.
This is a really fantastic way to practice your active listening. Just relax your shoulders and try to notice the new words naturally.
Hey Liam, you look really tired today. Did you sleep well last night?
Not really, Emma. I actually had a super heavy meal late last night, and I just tossed and turned for hours.
Oh no, I definitely know that terrible feeling. It is really hard to drift off when your stomach is way too full.
Exactly. And I am naturally a light sleeper anyway, so the loud street noise kept me completely wide awake.
You should really try to stick to a routine every evening. Maybe try to cut back on those big late dinners.
You are so right. I really need to wind down much earlier and try to clear my mind by writing things down.
Well, tomorrow is finally Saturday, so at least you can sleep in a little bit and catch up on sleep.
Yes, I am excited for that, but I also want to open the bedroom curtains early to get some bright natural light.
That sounds like a truly perfect plan. A simple way to sleep better always starts with taking very small steps.
Okay, let's move right into our active practice pack. First, say it with me. I will say a line slowly, and you just repeat it out loud wherever you are.
Line 1. I need to clear my mind before bed.
I need to clear my mind before bed.
Line 2. Try to cut back on coffee in the afternoon.
Try to cut back on coffee in the afternoon.
Line 3. I usually sleep in on Sunday mornings.
I usually sleep in on Sunday mornings.
Now you try. I will ask a simple question, and you try to answer using the new phrases we learned.
Question 1. What do you normally do to relax your body after a very long day?
You can say, I like to read a quiet book to wind down, or I take a very warm shower to wind down.
Question 2. What usually happens if you drink too much strong coffee late at night?
You can say, I stay wide awake, or I toss and turn all night in my bed.
Question 3. Do you generally like to wake up super early on the weekends?
No, I really love to sleep in. Or, yes, but sometimes I just need to catch up on sleep.
Let's do some quick rapid-fire questions and short answers. Same two speakers, very fast pace. Ready?
Are you usually a light sleeper?
Yes, I wake up at every single small sound in the house.
Did you drift off easily yesterday evening?
No, it actually took me 2 full hours to finally fall asleep.
Do you try to stick to a routine every week?
I try my absolute best, but the fun weekends are always difficult for me.
Now for a quick mini role play. Let's pretend I am giving you some helpful advice as a good friend.
Okay, I will play the part of the very tired person.
Why do you look so completely exhausted this morning?
I foolishly stayed up really late playing video games. I just couldn't sleep at all.
You really should try to wind down without looking at any bright screens.
I know, but I always forgot. I always forget to turn the computer off.
It totally happens. Just try to set a simple alarm on your phone to remind you to stop.
That is actually a really good idea. I will definitely try it tonight.
Let's try one more fun variation. A what-if scenario. What if we are talking about staying in a hotel room?
Okay, let's do it right now.
Good morning. How was your very first night staying at the hotel?
It was mostly okay, but I am such a light sleeper. The air conditioner in the room was incredibly loud.
Really? Mine was actually very quiet. Did you toss and turn because of the noise?
Yes, and the window curtains were very thin, so the bright natural light woke me up completely at 5 in the morning.
Oh, that is just terrible. You must be totally wide awake now, but very tired inside.
I am basically running on strong coffee. I really need to catch up on sleep tonight, or I will be grumpy.
Maybe you can go down and ask the friendly front desk to change your room for tonight.
Good idea. I will ask them later. I definitely need a darker, quieter room to drift off peacefully.
Let's try a very quick quiz to test your memory. I will give you a simple situation and you guess the correct phrase.
Situation 1. You eat a massive burger and large fries at 10 at night. What is this usually called?
It is called a heavy meal.
Situation 2. You really want to reduce the total amount of television you watch every week.
You need to cut back on television.
Situation 3. You are moving left and right in your bed for over 2 hours trying to rest.
You toss and turn.
Now please listen very closely to see if I accidentally make a tiny mistake while speaking.
Okay, my ears are open and I am listening carefully.
I really like to sleep on Sundays because I am usually very tired.
Wait a second, did you just say sleep on?
Oh, sorry about that. I meant sleep in. I really like to sleep in on Sundays.
Exactly right. Sleep in. Let's try another tricky one.
Drinking strong coffee late at night makes me completely wide awake.
Wide awake? Are you sure?
Oops, I definitely mean wide awake. It makes me totally wide awake.
Perfect correction. Let's do one more before we finish.
I always read a long book to wind up before going to sleep.
Wind up? That actually means to get highly energetic or very angry.
You are totally right. I need to wind down. I read a quiet book to wind down.
Great job catching all those little mistakes. It is completely normal and human to mix up words sometimes when learning.
Well, we have covered so much helpful information today. We talked about a simple way to sleep better and learned a lot of great vocabulary.
Before we finally go, here is your one simple homework action for today. Choose just one of our 7 sleep tips and try it tonight. Just pick one.
And we also have a fun listener question for you to answer. What is your absolute favorite way to wind down before bed? Let us know in the comments section below.
We always love reading your interesting stories. Thank you so much for spending your time practicing English with us today.
Please do not forget to like this video and subscribe to Fluent Flow English for more everyday natural conversations. Have a truly wonderful and restful day.
See you next time, friends. Sleep well and take care.